this news, but I think that we should, because this actually is a very, very big deal on what's going on here. Now, before we do, really quick, if you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check out Sleeper. Link below in the description box. You get a 100% match up to $100 if you use the promo code CLAN. So use the promo code CLAN, you will get a 100% match up to $100. It's very simple. You just choose what you think. Oh, this player have more assists than that, or they'll have less assists than that. Whatever you think. You put it all in a package and you can get some moolah. If you're not interested in that, you can at least go over to the NBA section, in which you can keep up with live scores, injury updates, overall news, highlights, all that good stuff. So go check it out. Sleeper in the description box below. But yeah, really, really good stuff. All right, so guys, this is something that I did not bring up, and I thought was a big deal. So Trey Young got injured the other day. And I never pull for anybody's injury or anything like that. Like, I thought the Atlanta Hawks would be bad regardless, but he ended up getting injured. And when I saw him post this, I just assumed that it's something pretty bad, right? It says God never makes mistakes, and then he gives a proverb. And honestly, a lot of times when guys start to post like things pertaining to God's plan, then that means this is a bad sign, right? So I was actually expecting some pretty bad news, but it was better than maybe we expected or people expected, but still pretty bad nonetheless. So Trey Young, he has sprained his MCL in his right knee, and he's going to miss 4 weeks. So he's going to miss a whole month. And as you guys know, more than likely it's going to be a little bit longer than that, because that's just how it goes. And it says here, how will they succeed without Young? They start bringing up Dyson Daniels, and he said had one of his best offensive games of the season, stepping into the point guard role with Alexander Walker taking over the 2-guard spot. Those two combined for 39 points, and Daniels had 6 assists. Yeah, that's all good and dandy. That's all great. But guys, this is not a good look. This is not a good look for the Atlanta Hawks, and I don't expect them to win many games whatsoever. So they just lost a game against the Cavaliers, and right now, if we're looking at, and I probably should have mentioned this. I don't know why I didn't mention this. If you guys don't know, we have Atlanta Hawks swap. So our pick isn't going to be that great, but we have their swap, right? So regardless, we're going to end up getting their swaps, because theirs is going to be better than ours. And the Dejounte Murray trade is just a gift that keeps on giving. So it's a beautiful sight to see that the Atlanta Hawks are going to be pretty bad. But if we're taking a look at the NBA standings, currently they are number 9. So everything's super close right now with all of these teams. There's a bunch of 3 and 4 teams, but I do expect them to struggle over the course of the next month. And we see some of the games that they have coming up. They got some pretty hard fought ones that's coming, right? Like some that stand out right off the bat is the 2 LA teams. That's going to be a tough one. They got us not that long. Pelicans shouldn't be that bad. I don't know when Zion's supposed to be back. So I'm not quite sure with that one. And then they go into the Cup. They got the Cavs again. So it's not the worst in the world, but they're going to be fighting for their life over the course of the next month, right? They're going to be fighting for their life, and I expect them to win maybe 30% of these. So we'll see what happens, but I think this is it's sad news with the injury. Don't want it to happen like that, but keep an eye on the Atlanta Hawks. And one thing that would be insane is if the Spurs end up getting another top lottery pick, because the funny thing about it is I've seen so many people on Twitter thus far saying that the NBA is rigging everything for the Spurs. Maybe there's a little bit of truth to that, okay? I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit of truth to that. We just weren't supposed to get the number 2 pick. Getting the number 1 pick after tanking for like a couple seasons or a season, or it's crazy. But it could also just be luck, right? But the Spurs have also made their own luck. So it's probably going to confuse a lot of people when they're like, how the heck do the Spurs get another lottery pick? is because that our front office is very smart. They think things ahead. And even when I said right when it happened that Dejounte Murray trade was a horrible trade for the Hawks, horrible. There were some Spurs fans actually convinced on how good Dejounte was. No. He wasn't a true all-star, if you know what I'm saying. So the Spurs did a phenomenal job in manipulating teams and making sure that Dejounte just is able to do whatever the heck he wants. And then on top of it, I won't go into it or anything like that, but if you just want to feel a little bit more validated on the whole Dejounte thing, he's still doing stuff online. It's still the same. And I saw some people like talking about the woman or whatnot, but I'm just like, bro, it's the same thing every year, you know? But it says here, star Dejounte Murray cries out on IG after his girlfriend and baby mama, Jania Michelle, who is also NBA Youngboy's baby mama, went out to the clubs in Houston after flying out for work, despite promising him she would never go to clubs when they got together. It's so silly to me because a lot of it comes down to is looking inward, looking at the partner that you're choosing, and that you want to be with, and maybe the way that you two see, your worldviews just aren't aligned, right? And that happens. But Dejounte just constantly do it, and then he just went on a long rant, the longest of rants, about like blaming fans for saying, like, praising her and how she should be here when she's really there. And this is stupid. It's stupid, okay? And all I'm saying is, with how terrible that last loss was that we suffered, at least we can sit back and say the Atlanta Hawks are screwing up. The Dejounte Murray trade was so worth it. And we look great. I just realized there's a video of her having a good time partying. And I guess Dejounte don't like that. I don't know. I don't care. Anyways. But sometimes, yeah, guys, don't be the type of person that gets with someone, you know how they are, you know their worldview, you know the things that they enjoy, and then you expect all that to change once you're with them. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, guys. Please don't. And definitely don't be the type to be like, you can't turn a blank into a blank. You know how people say. Don't be like that. Don't be cringe. Don't be cringe. All right? Don't be cringe. You know, it's fine. If that's what you want to do, it's whatever. You just shouldn't be together. That's it. That's all it is. You just shouldn't be together. All right? If that's her thing, that's her thing. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. But yeah, whatever. Anyways.